Hello everyone, welcome to Timeless Energies Tarot with Crystal. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading for the full moon in Pisces coming up September 20th, which should, if you're watching today, should be today. If not, these are still timeless videos. I firmly believe that when it comes to tarot, the messages that you receive when you need to hear them. So, we're going to be starting with card pile 1, which has a chrysoprase gemstone on it, and I'm using, for all three, there's the Moonology Oracle deck, the Enchanted Map Oracle deck, Light Seers Tarot, and Star Seeds. Card pile number 2 has a garnet gem on it, and card pile 3 has a Phrenite gem on it. So take a moment, pick whichever pile resonates most with you, and we will get started. Okay, I'm going to start with the star seed because it's right on top. So the energy for this full moon that you want to really focus on is the power of observation. Pay attention to your surroundings for sure. What it is that you should be focusing on. If you haven't been focusing on anything around you, I think it's time to start. So it says expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. And we're going to go a little bit deeper into that. We're going to start with the Moonology. It is the full moon. Might as well use this deck, right? Hold your vision. Fixed moon. I think this has an interesting, it's kind of like a dual energy here because it's a fixed moon that you see. It's half in shadow, half in light. And it kind of has the feel of, you know what you want and you know where you want to go, but it's kind of figuring out how to get there, right? And on the other side, like maybe you want to get there, maybe you know where you want to go, but you're kind of afraid of the change and taking that first step. So you're kind of digging your heels in, being a little stubborn, like, no, do I really want to? I think it's going to be a little bit of almost waiting for your moment, I guess, is what I want to say there. And for the Enchanted Map Oracle, you get Compass, which to me says that you need to find your direction. You need to, what is it they always say? Pick true north. And it's just, yeah, pick the direction that you want to go in, make that decision, and start making a plan is what I'm getting. Start making a plan, and don't let anyone dissuade you from not following through. Yeah, I'm going to go a little deeper into the tarot, see if there's a little bit more to be elaborated on there. So we come up with the Chariot, the Hanged Man, Death, Rebirth, and the World. This is really interesting to me because this is all major arcana. So this kind of has the feel of the universe has willed this into your life, if that makes sense. Kind of like this is kind of the path you're supposed to be on, and it probably feels right. And it might involve moving, it might involve traveling, because we do have Chariot and the World here. It's both, not to mention the Compass. I mean, when you travel, right? Yeah, it feels like a journey that's going to be started, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're just going to hop on a plane and go. It kind of also feels like a new path in life. Something needs to end, obviously, death here, but it's also rebirth. It's a transformation. It is an ending of one way and a beginning of another. And I think in here you might be feeling a little stuck at the moment. You might be wondering, oh God, how is this ever going to work? And it feels like definitely a back and forth energy, like, oh man, do I really want this? Is this where I really want to go? And I think it's going to come up to be that you have to sacrifice something, and it might just be a way of thinking. Like, if you're constantly in just a self-defeat, like, why bother? Nothing ever works out for me. Sacrifice that mindset. Bring up something new because something new is here. And I think if you remain stubborn, if you don't let yourself move forward, it's gonna hurt. But there is definitely an element of planning here. There's waiting for the moment. There's just hanging out, making sure everything's gonna work out, and just paying attention. Maybe if it's a move, you have your sights set on an apartment or some kind of house and you just want to go. Well, maybe you need to take a moment, just have a second to really make sure that this is the place that's right for you. This is the one. Maybe there's something hidden in there that you're not necessarily seeing, so you just need to have a look at it, have a close look at it, and make sure that this is it. This is the thing. But it's a good energy. It's a very good energy. It's definitely like kind of a new chapter in life kind of energy, if that makes sense, just the way it's looking. And I have to tell you, because this looks great to me, because it's the Chariot, Hangman, Death, and the World. It's card number 7, 12, 13, and 21. It just goes. It's increasing. It's not, it doesn't feel like a step backwards. It doesn't feel like a step down. It doesn't feel like, oh God, your life is going to get worse. No, this feels good. This feels exciting. This a little scary, maybe, because it might go a little fast. But no, I really like this for you. I really do. And it's interesting too that this is how it's coming out, because normally a full moon energy is kind of a completion, right? It's not really starting something new. But I guess that's what this is saying too, because you have to finish the old thing before the new can come in. So it's this to me feels like the full moon. And my bad, I just hit the camera. Oh, of course it's going to keep shaking. Yeah, no, this feels really good for you. I'm kind of excited for you, actually. It just feels like, yes, let's do it. Let's go. It's really nice. This is really nice. I would say don't get too caught up in the planning. Don't force yourself to be stuck. Don't dig your heels in so hard that you actually don't get anything off the ground here. Like definitely stick to the goal. Like you've got your direction, you know what you want to do. But don't, I guess what I want to say is don't make excuses not to do it. Because we all do it. Change is scary, isn't it? And nobody likes change, but in this case, I feel like you want the change. You're maybe a little scared of the change, but ultimately it's going to be really good as long as you put the thought into it, as long as you take the proper steps and you don't rush it. Like, and allow the old to close before you try to rush into the new. And if you're just scared and you don't want to go, don't just hang out there. Don't do it. Take the reins and go. Okay? So this is good. This is a good energy. I really like this. So thank you, card number 1. If this resonated, please drop a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscription button. And hopefully I will see you next time. Hello, card number 2. We're just going to jump right in here. So you've chosen the Garnet Stone, which I love personally. It's a powerful stone. It kind of facilitates sort of inner power, I think, too. It's kind of like a transformative, regenerative stone, and it gives you good staying power, good endurance. So I think that bodes really well for your cards. And I'm going to jump right in here. First off with the Starseed. which is awesome. For the full moon here, there's no limitations. Um, and I love that. Because that's something we fear, right? Is limitations. So it says you are a celestial being with unlimited potential, and there is much for you to share. So we're going to go a little bit deeper with that, starting with the oracle cards, and we're going to do the moonology first. Now, this deck gave me 2 cards for this position. Normally I'd only take 1, but I felt that I should take both. So you get have faith in your dreams and a fiery climax approaches. So we've got full moon in Aries and the waxing crescent moon. And these are really good, especially in conjunction with no limitations, like have faith in your dreams. There are no limits. You can go as high as you want to go. And who doesn't want that, right? And it feels like if you've been working hard for quite a while, you're almost there. You're almost at the end. So I really like that for you. For the enchanted map, it says follow the leader. And I think in this case, it's you're the leader here. You've set the path. You're blazing a trail, which is really fun, isn't it? You've got these ambitions and these dreams and you've been working hard and people are looking up to that. They're looking up to that energy. So they say, wow, I can't believe they're doing that. I love that so much. And I wish I could be that person. Well, and that's the other thing. If you're feeling like that as well, you can. There are no limitations. That's what this is saying. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the tarot. We're going to see what they have to say. Ooh. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and King of Pentacles. And if this doesn't scream success, then I don't know what does. The Ace of Pentacles is one of those cards that is just, it's new and it's a pentacle, so it's solid, right? So this could be a job, this could be money, this could be a relationship, because relationships are things as well that we accumulate, and even if they don't last, they're still there. We can still go back to them, right? And I have to be honest though, it kind of does feel more of kind of work or life path related, like what you want to do, what you feel like you've been meant to do. This is very much an achieving your dreams energy, because Six of Wands is success. I mean, look at her. She's got that whole crowd surrounding her. She's done it. She's done what she wanted, and she's in the spotlight. Everyone is looking up to her. And enhancing that is King of Pentacles. I mean, if there isn't a more, how do I want to put this, more grounded, level-headed, compassionate leader in the tarot, this is the energy you should be focusing on embodying. And I think you're not going to have a hard time with that, because it almost feels like it's something that comes naturally. And if you feel like it doesn't, look to the people that you admire. Look to their qualities that you admire. Try to embrace those. Try to exude those, so that when it comes to your spotlight, your success, you are the person that you want to be. You are the energy that you want to be. It's definitely a nowhere but up kind of feeling. And I like it because this path is going up. There is nowhere but up. That's where they're going. And this clock here, it's only a matter of time. It might not be right away. It might not be in the next couple weeks or the next couple months, but it is coming. And I think if you lose faith now, you might roll back down the hill. You know what I mean? So keep pushing. Like, remember why you're doing what you're doing, no matter what it is. Because the opportunity to set it into full bloom is coming. It's right here. That's the ace. And like I said before, there are no limitations. You can take this as high as you want to take it, as far as you want to go. Like if your goal is to write a book, and you're like, yes, I've written the book, it's done, I'm gonna get published. That's all I ever wanted, publish one book. Well, maybe now you want to write more. Maybe you want to do 2, maybe you want to do 4, maybe you want to write a whole series, like 12 books. Wheel of Time, kind of like a saga, just an epic thing, right? Maybe that's what you want to do. Go for it. Like, there's nothing stopping you. You're going, you've got your path, and it's coming. You're almost there. But like I said, even if it doesn't happen immediately, it's still coming. Just keep going forward. Have faith that you're going to get where you need to go. And just make sure that you're doing it in, I don't want to say, like, a respectful way. Like, you're not stomping all over someone else just to get to the top, because that's not what a good leader is it? No. Make sure you're being compassionate and supportive to other people, even if they're going the same path you are. Sharing success is nothing, right? Like, that's a good thing. You should want people beside you to also be succeeding. So I almost want to say that's also a good energy to be in, is just not only focusing on your own success, but if you have a friend or a family member or someone else that you know of and you like their idea, but you're like, I don't know if they'll never do it. Maybe give them a hand. Maybe be the change you want to see in the world, as corny as that sounds, right? Because I think there's no limit on good karma. I really don't. And when you do good things for other people, good things come to you. So, but this is really great. I love this. I especially love the 6 of Wands. This is perfect because just there's no limitations. You're here. This is your dream, and it's almost there. So this is awesome. Card number 2. I really hope this full moon gives you everything that you've been hoping for. And even if it doesn't, soon. Like, look towards the future. Don't stop pushing because you're almost there. Right? Thank you, card number 2. I really hope this resonated with you. If it did, drop a like. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And hopefully see you in the next video. Thanks. Hello, card number 3. You're here because you chose this pile with the Phrenite stone. So this is probably one of my favorite stones. It's a nice, soft green. I don't know, it's one of those calming stones. And it's definitely a stone that's supposed to be good to help calm the environment and give a bit of peace and protection. But one of my favorite things about this stone is it's sometimes described as a stone to heal the healer. And I mean, as someone who might feel like they're constantly doing things for other people, they want to make sure everyone's happy. It does get exhausting. So we're going to see what the cards have to say in conjunction with this stone. I'm going to start with this star seeds, and what we've got here is advancement. It says a strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. We're going to go and see Moonology, and got here a time to give rather than take. And I want to point out that in this card, it doesn't necessarily mean that all you've been doing is taking. Maybe it's kind of swapped. Maybe you've just been doing all the giving. This feels like one of those things, because Virgo is a sign that likes to be in service to others frequently. They like to feel needed to some extent. And they always want to be helpful. They're very helpful people. This definitely does kind of fit in here. I feel I almost want to put that right in there. Just, yeah, and the enchanted map. Okay, this one came out reversed. So it says it's come together, card number 8. I'll show it to you upright as well, just so you can see. But in reverse, because upright it looks like a very loving, like they're coming together. This is it. This is their love. But in the reverse, feels almost like a step back. right? It's just one of those, maybe things aren't as good as they seem. Maybe it's kind of been it's a relationship, not necessarily in love, maybe it's a friendship or family, and it's just, there's definitely I need to take a break energy here. I need to take care of myself here for a moment. I'm just going to dive in a little deeper with the tarot and see what that has to say. So we've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Fool. We've got the Empress. And I cannot stop hitting the camera. Jeez, I'm going to have to work on that. And we've also got the Nine of Cups. So these are all upright here, but just the energy I'm feeling is some of these almost have a reversed energy. Yeah, because I mean, Queen of Cups, Queen of Emotion, love and compassion and all those things, but when it's reversed, it's kind of bottling up the emotion, not really acknowledging it, not really focusing on any sort of self-care. And I kind of get the same feeling from the Empress, because this is abundance, but it's also kind of your self-image a little bit, and almost a what you think you deserve sort of thing. And it kind of feels like you want these things upright. You want love and compassion. There is self-esteem and self-worth in there, but it's maybe taken a hit for the moment. Yeah, I'm feeling this time to give rather than take is maybe not necessarily you. If it is, maybe if you've been in a relationship, maybe is something you need to look at is, oh, maybe I've taken a bit too much lately. Because I mean, in relationships, even if they're just friends, family, there's an ebb and flow. Like, we all have our moments where we need a little bit more than we can give. We need to refill our own meters before we actually have anything to give. And maybe it's a moment where you were in that energy, or whoever you're dealing with was in that energy, but they've gotten out of it and they haven't quite swung back around to the notion that, oh, things can't keep going the way that they were. Like, things have to balance out. The good news is I have the Fool here, which is new beginnings, right? Taking the first steps. It's moving forward. So even if you or the person you're dealing with, or the energy you're dealing with, has been a little naive, a little blind, a little, yes, I want this, I need this, I'm going to take this. It feels kind of like moving out of it, because this is the advancement energy. It's moving forward. It feels more like finding balance, which is really good, because if this is the energy that you've been trapped in, or the other person has been trapped in, it's a full moon. Full moons are wonderful for endings and completions and ending cycles, which is really good, because then we have the Nine of Cups here, which is your hopes, wishes, and desires, things that you want, things that you've been working for. And it's kind of a gift from the universe saying, here you go. You've worked really hard for this. And I am feeling that, especially with the stone to heal the healer. It's just, something has been unbalanced, and it feels like it's coming back into balance. It just needs to be a little break, just a little moment of self-love, self-care, acknowledging any emotions that have been bottled up, whatever it may be, whatever it's in regards to. Maybe it's even work. Like, maybe you've just been throwing so much into work, or you're just exhausted, because I know with the pandemic going on, if you're an essential worker, for sure, you've got to be just dead on your feet. And if you are an essential worker, thank you. We all appreciate you. Yeah, it definitely feels like a moment of deep breath, take a moment, and get yourself back to where you need to be. It feels, I almost want to say this card is a little bit backwards. I feel like in this moment, it's almost more of a feeling of a need to give to yourself rather than letting others take, if that makes sense. Because like I said before, Virgos love to be of service. They love it. And I can say that because I have a Virgo moon. I know I love to help people, sometimes without even realizing that it's too much for me, sometimes without even realizing that they're taking too much, right? It's just one of those things. But it is moving forward, and it in a good way. In a good way for sure. 9 of Cups and the Empress, like abundance. It's moving forward. It's better. It's good. So even if you're not feeling it now, I think within the next few weeks, there's just going to be a shift in the energy where you're like, okay, feeling better. This is me taking care of me. So yeah, and I'm gonna say for this full moon, maybe take a second, meditate, like figure out what it is you need, even if it's just a nice hot bath or a hot cup of coffee, even if it's something small, even if it's something big, like taking a trip, traveling the world. Figure it out. Figure out what you want. Figure out what it is you need. Figure out whatever emotions you don't want to acknowledge, because you can't bottle that stuff up forever. No, otherwise this is a fairly good energy. Like there is a good outcome here. It might suck a little right now, for sure, and I totally understand that. But this is your stone. If you have one of these, if you know where to find one of these and can get one easily, I would recommend it. Just I love the energy that comes from this stone. And again, it's Prehnite, Prehnit, or I guess that's Prehnite, isn't it? I might be a little dyslexic there. But yeah, this is one of my favorite stones. So if you think having one of these or holding one of these might help you get out of the energy, calm you down, give you what you need, I definitely recommend carrying it. So there you have it. Card number 3. These are the energies that's going to be around for the Pisces full moon for you. I do hope this helped. I do hope it resonated, and I do really hope that you get your 9 of Cups out of this coming. So yeah, if this did resonate, please drop a like, and if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.